screen. She's a straight shooter, if you know what I mean. Dishing out the truth about the royal scene with a fist of fire and a voice so keen. Hitting hard with those altar bridge vibes. No sugarcoating, no false alibis. Tearing down the lies she despises. Yorkshire lass with fire in her eyes. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines. People see a fake, she's a beacon bright, unraveling the drama without a fright. Armored with honesty, ready to fight. Injustice quivers at her sight. Unbreakable will won't be confined. Mind of steel and heart redefined. Rhetoric sharp, leaving dust behind. In Stef's world, truth is intertwined. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines. Will won't be confined. Mind of steel and heart redefined. Rhetoric sharp, leaving dust behind. In Stef's world, truth is intertwined. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines.
Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Daily Nerd Live Friday edition. How are you all doing? How has your week been going? Oh my goodness, I'm just making sure my mic is on, and it is. Hey up everyone. So yes, this is the Daily Nerd Live for Friday the 21st of March 2025. What have we got up on the docket for today? Well, oh my goodness, this is going round and round at the moment. And so we all know from earlier on this week that Prince Harry's visa application documentation papers were not released, okay? Not what we were expecting, especially for me anyway. It wasn't what I was expecting anyway. However, when I can get my teeth back in, there are conspiracy theories out there that somehow these visa papers point to Prince Harry having an STD. WTF? What the deuce is going on? So, yeah, I'm going to be discussing that conspiracy theory that's going around at the moment. And you guys actually, I think, will be very, very surprised with my take on this. So stay tuned. Next up, we then have Samantha Markle responding to Meghan Markle's latest royal F-up. And, oh my goodness, she's dropping the hammer, guys. So stay tuned for the second story that'll be coming up. And then for the third and final story for today's Daily Nerd Live for the 21st of March 2025, Meghan Markle gets trolled not only by Goop, but wait, what? pictures on Instagram in brand new posts. So that is what I've got coming up for you for today's Daily Nerd Live, Friday the 21st of March 2025. Hey up everyone, how you all doing? I just want to say a quick thank you, oh my goodness, to Lisa Boo for the $2 sugar bucks. And my favourite, the Ginger Doggy Fighting Hearts moment. I love it, love it, love it. For those that don't know, this is my favourite super chat sticker. It makes me smile to no end. Why? Let me explain. This is a ginger doggy. There are tails coming from the tail. There are tails coming from the tail. Let me try that again. This is a ginger doggy. There are hearts coming from the tail. When you lift the tail from the doggy, what's directly underneath? The butthole. Therefore, this is a ginger doggy farting hearts. You'll never be able to ever unsee it ever again. You're very welcome. And if anyone's wondering why the hell I am all of a sudden suffering from brain farts right at the beginning of this live stream, this is why, guys. I actually climbed a mountain today up in North Yorkshire. Penny Gent. I've climbed it before, but this is the first time I've actually climbed it solo. And I am knackered. My hair, as you can appreciate, is a little bit on the windswept side because it was hella windy out there. I was so close to turning back and not climbing the full thing. Like, seriously, I was that close. But I did it in the end, and yay for me. So that's that. And before we kick off with the first topic for today's live stream, just a little bit of a reminder for you guys out there. If you don't know, the expansion of the Altaverse is happening. I have a second channel, Political Nerds. Please go over there and support me with a friendly subscribe, because straight after this live stream, you will be automatically redirected to my premiere for this week. Keir Starmer does not want you to watch this. He wants this clip that I'm going to show you in this premiere video here deleted. I am sure of it. If you guys want to know more, then make sure you subscribe to my second channel, the link of which is pinned right at the top of the live chat for those of you watching live. For those of you not watching live, you can get the link in the description bar below. With that being said, you guys, Susan King, my goodness, thank you so much for that very, very generous $20 sugar bucks. Hearts in the chat for Susan King, because my goodness, that is extremely generous. Saying, I'm hoping Harry's Todger is in trouble. A happy dance. You guys are going to be really surprised with my take on this story. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. I don't want anyone's Todger in trouble, even if it's the likes of Prince Hazard's. We're going to get into it. Stephen Magnus, the big SM, is in the house, gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of the big SM himself, Stephen Magnus. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. With that being said, I'm testing out something new that's been introduced to YouTube. As ever, I'm always going to be 100% honest and clear right at the top and transparent. So YouTube, what they've done is they've introduced what's called super chat goals. And so what that is that as creators, we can set a super chat goal when we're live, and we can say, okay, if we get X amount of super chats, then you'll reach this goal, and this is what you'll get as a result. Okay. And so I thought, do you know what? I want to test that out today. So for those that are watching live, if we reach a total of 10 super chats, then on Sunday I will do, as a segment, a live Q&A. You can ask me absolutely anything you want. And yeah, let's test this feature out, guys. Okay, this super chat goal feature, and see how we get on with that. This is not, me expecting you guys to send any super chats or anything like that. If you don't want to or can't, not a problem. That's absolutely fair enough. Just as a creator, as a YouTube creator, I just want to test out this new kind of feature from YouTube and just see how we get on with it. So thank you so much for hearing me out on that. Like I said, I'm going to keep it 100 with you and let you guys know what I'm doing with this channel. Because you guys are a part of this channel. You really, really are. And so you guys deserve to know what's happening with it. And when I test out new features that's going to affect you guys and your involvement, of course, I'm going to let you know, and I'm going to be 100% honest about it with you guys. Teresa Randall, though, thank you so, so much for the $2 sugar bucks. And again, my favourite, the Ginny Doggy Finance moment. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so, so much. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into the first topic for today's live stream. Anyone that sends any super chat stickers, leader-only chats, I will get to you guys as and when I can during the first topic for today's live stream, which is this. Prince Harry, he's been accused of having an STD, according to these visa document papers that were released earlier on this week, which, by the way, if you didn't see my extensive coverage earlier on this week on the release of those documents, then do go back in my history. Broke the news that they were released, and then soon afterwards I had your favourite DC lawyer, John Witherspoon, on, and we had a very, very interesting conversation about the legal implications of it all and what happens next, because it's not over. This visa saga is not over. I've been reporting on this right from the beginning, and you guys know I'm going to be staying until the bitter end for this one. But in all of this, there is this opinion conspiracy theory out there that the documents somehow point to the allegation, the possibility that Prince Harry has an STD. Now, let me be very clear on this, okay? I am not making a statement of fact that he has an STD. I'm just questioning it. Do these visa papers actually point to the possibility that he has one? And what are people saying about this online, okay? So I'm just reporting what's out there and asking the question if he has one or not actually making a statement of fact that he does. Let me be very, very, very clear on that. Now, we have, Radar Online doing exactly the same thing, not making a statement of fact, but questioning all of this. Now, they are claiming, first and foremost, okay, that this is their exclusive. They're doing a little Daily Mail-ish thing here, okay? I've called out the Daily Mail for doing this, right? Claiming it's their exclusive when it really, really is not. And it looks like Radar Online here are using the same Daily Mail dirty tactics as far as I'm concerned, because this is not their exclusive. It really, really isn't. Actually, the first person I heard this opinion conspiracy theory whatever from was actually Megan's Mole. Now, please make sure you do subscribe to Megan's Mole either on YouTube or follow her on Twitter. Let's support everyone here. This, as far as I'm concerned, is her exclusive. It's not Radar Online's. So, Radar Online, if you're listening, take off the exclusive mark from your article, because it's not your exclusive. As far as I'm concerned, the first person I read it from was Megan's Mole. And if you see here, Megan's Mole, she tweeted this out on March the 18th, 2025. Radar Online's article is dated March the 19th, one day afterwards. This is why I'm saying this ain't Radar Online's exclusive. Not at all. They're doing a dirty trick that I've caught the Daily Mail do a ton of times now. All right? This ain't their exclusive. Credit where credit's due. It's Megan's Mole. In my humble opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, because this is the first I saw of it. And she caught onto this opinion conspiracy theory, whatever, 24 hours before Radar Online's exclusive. Now, what Radar Online are saying is that, Prince Harry's heavily redacted visa application papers have uncovered a question the royal may not want to have to answer. Radar Online can reveal, is he hiding a dangerous STD? Again, they're just asking the question, not making a statement of fact, just like myself. Now, they say, look, on the surface, the redacted documents seem to reveal very little. And according to a lawyer from the Department of Homeland Security, they say that his application followed the applicable rules and regulations. And even a spokesperson from Prince Hazza has turned around in the past and said that he disclosed absolutely everything. There's nothing wrong with the application. Well, if there's nothing wrong with the application, release it. Specifically those two questions that we're all wanting to know, how he answered. Has he taken any illicit substances in the past, and has he broken any laws in the past? The rest of it I don't give a shiz about, but it's those two questions in particular that we really need to know how he answered, right? So if he followed everything and he's got no to hide, and he said he put everything down on those two questions, then what's the problem in getting them released? Now, one particular passage has raised eyebrows on social media and has given rise to this opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. And so it says, as part of the legal argument against releasing the papers, the Department of Homeland Security wrote, quote, to release his exact status could subject him to reasonably foreseeable harm in the form of harassment, as well as unwanted contact by the media and others. And so that has led to this kind of opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, that little small paragraph, that little small sentence there indicates that Prince Hazza somehow has an STD. Now, again, I'm making that a question, not a statement of fact. But people are taking that small bit and saying, hang on a minute, what has he got to hide? Which is true. Yeah, all right, what has he got to hide? It indicates that potentially he's got to hide something. Fair enough. But people are now jumping to the conclusion that this small little paragraph right here that I'm highlighting is somehow indicating that potentially he's hiding a past where he had an STD or has or whatever. So here, one commented, what's the point of releasing massively redacted files which no one can make heads or tails of? This only gives rise to further suspicions of exploiting the royal family status. Another one said, anyone that needs documents to be that heavily redacted is not a person of good moral character. How disrespectful to the American public to hide information like this. And it is disrespectful. I mean, it was only last year that President Trump turned around and said that the American people actually have a right to know what's on this application. He said it. He said that himself. I think it was during an interview with Nigel Farage, if I'm not mistaken. He was all for getting it all released. Hence why all of a sudden, now that President Trump is in power, there's been this 180, and the DHS has released what they've released so far. I think there'll be a lot more releases in the future now that the Heritage Foundation know how they can argue against the Department of Homeland Security to essentially mount an effective appeal for the next stage of it all, as, you know, I was discussing with John Witherspoon earlier on this week on Tuesday's impromptu live stream of it all. Now, that small paragraph that everyone is latching onto right here, okay, to release his exact status could subject him to reasonably foreseeable harm in the form of harassment, as well as unwanted contact by the media and others. Now, Meghan's mole has jumped on that. And again, to me, this is Meghan's mole's exclusive, not Radar Online's. I will say that until I'm blue in the face. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is the first I heard it from, right? And so she's saying, reading through Prince Harry's visa document drop and the parts that haven't been redacted give you an idea of how bad Harry is and what they are hiding. I mean, this being heavily redacted, it does smell of they're hiding something, and to redact so much, dude, it does scream of it being really, really bad. It does. I mean, it could be innocent enough. Let's be real here, but yeah, it don't look good. It don't look good. She says, like these pages, for example, does Harry have an STD? And people are going in even further on this now. So we've got Royally Sage at Sage1411 saying that Lady C started clapping when talking about Harry's visa documentation. Did Harry have the clap when he came to the US? Then you have another one from Lady Karma at _Blitz KQRMIC saying, clap, Prince Harry, clap. Which I think is like a little bit of a joke when it comes to Royally Sage's comment right there. You've got the commentator USA, a barrister law USA, you know, having this kind of meme here in response with everyone clapping. I think we get the gist here, right? Now, for those that don't know, what is the clap? It's otherwise known as gonorrhea. It is an STD caused by bacteria that may infect your throat, your butt, your urethra, cervix, and eyes. It can cause a sore throat, conjunctivitis, unusual vaginal or penile discharge, and pelvic and genital pain. It's diagnosed by testing a sample of your urine or a swab of an affected area. It's treated with antibiotics. Prompt treatment reduces your chances of developing serious complications, such as infections in your heart and brain and infertility, and you can prevent getting this by actually practicing safe sex. Now, before we continue, okay, first and foremost, King Bob, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks. Very, very kind of you. Hearts for Stef. Thank you so much for that. So we've got, okay, just to recap, a scenario whereby mainstream media is reporting on this opinion conspiracy theory, whatever, that people are asking, hang on a minute, these heavily redacted visa documentation files, whatever you want to call them, right? Does it indicate that Harry has an STD? This being the exclusive, not of MailOnline, but Meghan's Mole as far as I'm concerned, because again, she's the first person I saw that opinion conspiracy theory, whatever, from. You then have people kind of furthering into this conspiracy saying, well, do you know what? He has an STD. Could it be the clap? Because Lady C started clapping when talking about Harry's visa documentation, and they're latching onto that even more, okay? Now, I told you guys, you're going to be very, very surprised at my take on this. So brace yourselves. It's none of our freaking business. Come on. With all due respect, okay? With all due respect to Meghan's Mo, I've got nothing against her. With all due respect to Royally Sage, I've got nothing against her, or Lady Karma, or the commentator USA, or Lady C, or anyone else, right? No disrespect. But personally, for me, it's none of our freaking business. I don't care. I do not care if in the past he has an STD, if now he has an STD. I don't give a shiz. It's none of our freaking business. It really isn't. Does Prince Hazard having that affect anyone apart from like his nearest and dearest, right? Does it affect us? Does it affect the royal family? Does it affect the line of succession? Does it affect any of that? No, it don't. It really doesn't, okay? And so, for me, it's like, this is, for want of a better phrase, a little bit of a red herring. And let me explain why. There's so much focus at the moment on, whether or not he has an STD, that really, at the end of the day, it's none of our business. We shouldn't care about that at all. What we should really focus on and caring about more is finding out if Prince Harry actually got special treatment and if immigration rules were bent in order for him to come into the country. I don't care about his health history. I care about those two questions. Did you take illicit substances in the past, and have you broken any laws of the land? In any of those questions, in both those questions, right, it does not concern, as far as I'm concerned, whether or not he had an STD in the past or has it now or whatever. It just doesn't. And so this focus on whether he has it or not, to me, is a red herring, and it's taking our focus away from really what's more important to focus on, which is those two questions. Now, again, let me be clear. Prince Harry, through his spokesperson, turned around and said he answered those 2 questions in full and honestly. So there's nothing wrong there. Department of Homeland Security early on this week said all the rules and regulations were followed. There's no issues with the application whatsoever. Okay, well, release those 2 questions then and let's have a gander. But those 2 questions do not pertain in any way, shape or form his health history. Specifically, whether he had a freaking STD or not. Now, in this instance, and I'm actually, this is a rare kind of situation where I am actually defending Prince Harry. He does deserve the right to privacy when it comes to doctor-patient confidentiality. He does. He does. Specifically on this issue of whether he's got an STD or not. It's none of our business. That should stay private unless it's true and Hazza himself volunteers that information publicly. The whole kind of speculation on it to me is I don't know. No. I just think that it just shouldn't. No, we've got more important things to focus on when it comes to this story, which, as I said, is those 2 questions: whether he answered truthfully on whether he took illicit substances in the past and whether he broke any laws of the land. That's the focus to me. That should be 100% on that. Should 100% be focused on those 2 questions. This other kind of conspiracy surrounding the STD, to me, is just tearing our focus unnecessarily away from the real focus, where we really should be looking, where we really should be digging into. And again, whether he has it or not, I don't give a shiz. It's none of our business. And so this kind of like commentary on it, the speculation and all this lot, to me, I'm not going to be a part of that. And unless Prince Hazza wants to volunteer the information of whether he's had one or not, who knows? Don't matter to me. Don't matter to me. It don't. And to be fair, it shouldn't matter to anyone else. It really, really shouldn't. It's a medical health history that no one should be privy to at all. I told you guys might be a little bit shocked by my take on this. But yeah, I am going to defend Prince Harry when it comes to this speculation, which I do think, let me be real here, is completely unnecessary. And I just don't agree with it. Lizzie B, I'm going to get to your comment in a minute. Flapper27, thank you so much for gifting 10 leaderships to some of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, A up to our newest leader, courtesy of Flapper27. And hearts in the chat for Flapper27, because my goodness, double figures. I appreciate your face. Thank you so much, Flapper27. Now, let me see. Lizzie B says, I see your point, Stef. It's the same thing that you said about Princess Catherine and the King's diagnosis. Medical things should remain private unless divulged by the person who wants to share. Yes. Yes. I was saying exactly the same thing last year. Now, the King's diagnosis, right? There's rumours out there as to the type of cancer that he's got. Guess what? I've not reported on that. Why? Because the King hasn't divulged that publicly. So it's none of our business to speculate. Unless he divulges it publicly, he's got cancer, he's going through treatment, doing what he needs to do, that's it. That's it. So let's keep the same energy, really, when it comes to Prince Hazza. We may dislike him, that's absolutely fair enough, but to me it's like, well, let's keep the same energy here, right? Same thing with Princess Catherine. Last year I was reporting on these conspiracy theories. people saying that she had a Brazilian butt lift and, you know, she's had plastic surgery on her face, this, that, and the other. And I was calling out the absurdity of it all. I'm like, what the hell is this? Yeah, yeah. And so let's put it this way, okay? You may agree with my take. You may disagree with my take. That's absolutely fine. That's not a problem. But as far as I'm concerned, what you are to expect when you come to my channel is my honest opinion and my honest commentary on these stories. And this is a rare occasion where, yeah, I am going to defend Prince Harry on this one. Because I feel like it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. And, you know, whether he lied or not on whether he had an STD in the past or not, if that is the case, to me, that's here nor there. The more important kind of questions for me is about his illicit substance use and whether he answered whether he broke any laws or not. Because to me, that indicates, let's put it this way, if he answered that dishonestly, it's a double whammy. A, he's already committed illegal acts by taking those illicit substances in the first place. And B, he's committed a further illegal act on top of that by not disclosing it in full on the visa application. If that is the scenario that we're looking at. So, yeah, that's my take on it. I think the speculation on whether he has this or not, I don't think that's right. I don't think it's fair. And yeah. 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 I just think that we should focus on the main issue with the visa, which is, did he lie about his illicit substance use in the past and whether he broke any laws of the land in the past? That, to me, is what we should be focusing on the visa application, not any of this stuff as far as I'm concerned. It's private medical information. We shouldn't be speculating on that. Just like, you know, we were told last year not to speculate on Princess Catherine's medical history as well. To me, I think we should keep the same energy. And that's it. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the live chat and in the comments down below. Again, you know, I mean, no disrespect to anyone that is speculating, you know, fair enough. Everyone has their freedom of speech to speculate however they want to speculate, wherever they want to speculate. Absolutely fair enough. Please make sure, you know, you do support Meghan's Mole, that to me actually broke this as the exclusive, not Radar freaking online. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you follow her on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to her on YouTube. But yeah, I respectfully disagree with the speculation. That's all it is. So with that being said, those watching live or on the replay, stay exactly where you are, because next up, Meghan Markle. Oh, she's not going to like this, because Samantha Markle is responding to Meg's latest royal F-up. So stay tuned for that second story for today's live stream when we start it shortly. Just want to say hi to a few people that are in the live chat right now. We've got Grumpy Sapper. Hey up, Grumpy Sapper. How's it going, mate? Appreciate you. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Kathy Newton says, health questions are asked during visa interviews. Also, if you want to get a green card, medical history is necessary. Facts, not an opinion. Yeah, I totally get that, okay? However, the main reason why the Heritage Foundation is suing the Department of Homeland Security for Harry's visa documentation is based on the fact that Prince Harry, in his book Spare, disclosed his illicit substance use in the past, right? And so the Heritage Foundation clamped onto that and was like, well, hang on a minute. Did you answer truthfully on the visa application, your full medical health history, and answer truthfully to the second question of whether or not you broke any laws of the land? Up. Let's get into that. That's the basis, the main basis of why they're suing the Department of Homeland Security for Harry's visa documentation. So let's focus on that, right? Because that's the bit that when we find the truth of the matter as to how he answered, that's where, people can get him on and be like, hang on a minute, you either answered truthfully, so why were you given special treatment? Or you didn't answer truthfully, so when are you going to get deported? Again, to me, the main focus should be on the main basis as to why the Heritage Foundation is suing for these documents in the first place. Anything else to me is just, for want of a better phrase, a distraction. DA, thank you so much for that very, very, very generous $49.99 sugar bucks. Guys, major hearts in the chat for DA right now. That's extremely generous. Thank you so, so much. Saying, who are the people or person that block the public from knowing the truth? Also, his health record should have been protected by the HIPAA law. Well, there we go. There we go. Prince Harry, in this instance, to me, does deserve the right to privacy when it comes to his medical health, specifically this kind of speculation as to whether he has an STD or not, or had one in the past. Again, just speculation, not making a statement of fact. Izzy says, also, if it's medical, it's illegal in America to share the info, HIPAA laws. There we go. Sergeant George Harrison, hey up, Sarge, saying, I think this is clickbait. What do you think this is clickbait about? Let me know. Because I'm asking the question as to whether Prince Harry's visa application docs exposed a secret STD, because everyone, I say everyone, there's many people at the moment that are speculating on that as we speak. And it is a dangerous STD to have in terms of people speculating that somehow he either had the clap in the past or has it now or whatever, because as I went through this healthdirect.gov.au document right here online, it can lead to serious complications such as infections in your heart and brain and infertility. So, Sarge, can you just be a bit more specific as to why you think this is clickbait? I'd really like to know your kind of basis on that, because I really do value your opinion. You know that, mate. TX Kit Kat, thank you so much for the $1.99 sugar bucks. And, thank you for your donation. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Carol Merlick, Harry's medical information should not be made public. Lil Violet Rose, 100%. Let's see. Billy Cat says his medical stuff should be private. However, if he has had it and is infertile, that begs the question again about the children, no? It does. But there's no indication that he's even had it or anything like that. There's no proof of it at all. For all intents and purposes, those children are still his. We'll be starting the second topic in a moment, so stay tuned. Shaz, though, thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership for the last 24 months. That's amazing. Saying, Steph, the palace is still protecting Harry, in my opinion. There's privacy, but he spoke about his D issues first. Yes, but not like infections. There's a clear line as far as I'm concerned. There really, really is. And Lisa Boo, hey up, Lisa Boo. Thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks. Saying, love you, Steph. Much love, and everyone hit like. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much. And the big SM in the chat yet again. Thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership for the last 17 months. Saying, on a different topic, Meghan's as ever trademark from the 12th of September 24 received a non-final action 13th of March. Megsy sent corrections 18th of March to USPTO email. I know, I'm looking into it. I might be getting your favourite DC lawyer back for another video to discuss it. Sergeant George Harrison says, I don't see the connection. Okay, so let me tell you the connection to it all, okay, love? And this is where I'm getting this, all right? So I'm asking the question, does Prince Harry's visa application documentation expose a secret STD, okay? Do the visa documentation uncover a lethal disease that Hazza has got? Because we've got here, okay, Meghan's Mole, again, follow her on Twitter, make sure you subscribe to her on YouTube. Speculating here first, as far as I'm concerned, she did it first. She's got the exclusive. She says, look, reading through Prince Harry's visa document drop and the parts that haven't been redacted give you an idea of how bad Harry is and what they are hiding. Like these pages, for example. Does Harry have an STD? Okay. So Prince Harry, first and foremost, in terms of these visa application documentation, you know, people are reading into this and thinking, hang on a minute, do these visa application documents actually expose a secret STD situation, right, for Hazza? Now, the reason why I'm saying that does this uncover a lethal disease, okay, is because people are now speculating that this STD that people are speculating Hazza had either in the past, current, or whatever, and again, it's just speculation, not a statement of fact. People are speculating that specifically this STD is the clap, okay, because of Lady C starting clapping when he was talking about Hazza's visa documentation. People asking, did he have it? Lady Karma here also speculating if he had the clap. And when I kind of read into this a little bit more, the clap is otherwise known as gonorrhea. It is an STD. And, you know, it can cause serious complications such as infections in your heart and brain, which is why then I label this as a lethal disease, because you have an infection in your heart and your brain, that could be game over. So that is why I'm saying, firstly, in my title, do the Prince Harry's visa application documentation expose a secret STD? Because people are reading into it and thinking that might be the case. Furthermore, people are reading into it based on what Lady C has been saying about this and her actions, saying, is this STD specifically the clap? And when I look into what the clap actually is, and it says that it can cause serious issues, i.e. infections to your brain and heart, that's a lethal disease to me. And so that's then where my thumbnail comes in as to whether these visa documentation uncover a lethal disease. Do you see where I'm coming from, hon? So, yeah, that's where I'm coming from. Sarge says, thanks, Stef. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, but again, as I was saying right at the end, it's none of our business. Speculate however you want to speculate, don't get me wrong. But to me, I would rather we all focus on the main underlying issue as to why the Heritage Foundation is suing for these papers in the first place, which is the question of, did he answer correctly and honestly if he ever took illicit substances in the past and if he ever broke any laws in the past? That's it. Anything to do with his health, he does have a right to privacy on that one, including specifically whether he had an STD in the past or not or whatever. To me, it's none of our business, and I'm going to, in this instance, defend Prince Hazza on that one. Shaz, thank you so much for the £10 sugar bucks. Ruining a sugar's day by sending a lot of sugar bucks my way. My goodness, Shaz, thank you so much. She says, I'm not interested in if Harry had a disease or not. I'm not wanting to sleep with him. Just need to know if he lied on his visa or not. Exactly. Exactly. I don't give a shiz about whether he had it or not. It's none of our business. I'm more interested on whether he lied about his past illicit substance use and whether he broke any laws of the land. That is it. Yes, 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 Shaz. Okay, so With that being said, let's crack on with the second topic for today's live stream. Samantha Markle responds to Meghan Markle's latest royal F-up. What the deuce is going on? Let's crack into it right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught my eye. I'm recording this on the Daily Nerd Live Friday edition that happens every Friday, 7 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock Eastern, so if you want to catch me live, that's when to do it on a Friday. With that being said, Royal Daily Tea is in the live chat. Hey up, lass, how's it going? Everyone make sure you subscribe to my good friend Royal Daily Tea, saying, hey Steph, great show. Thank you so much. Appreciate your face there, love. But yeah, let's jump into it with the second topic for today's live stream, because Samantha Markle has responded to Meghan Markle's latest royal F-up. Now, she is very divisive in the community. I understand that, whether you believe her or not, support her or not, entirely up to you, okay? I'm just going to be reporting on what she's responded to this particular story. And so credit goes to Olga at Olga03713154 for sharing this story on Twitter. Everyone is saying the same thing about Meghan Markle's crown after new post. So this is being reported by The Express. And Megxie has sparked outrage after royal fans spotted the crown kind of insignia, logo, whatever, that Megxie used in the letter that she sent to Amanda Hirsch, you know, that podcaster that I and many other Megxiteers reported on earlier on this week. Here's the letter right here in question. And this is the bit now that's sparking a lot of anger and a lot of flack. And so, taken to the comment section, one commented, why does a monogram have a crown? This woman loves cashing in on the royal family while hating them and everything they stand for. Gross. Yeah, totally gross. Meghan Markle is not royal by blood. She is an in-law. She is allowed to use Duchess as a courtesy because H is a prince. But that's pretty much it. Then you've got, oh, hang on a minute. That just went up without my permission. There we go. Okay, Your Majesty, King Charles, enough is enough. And then another one saying, I think she used Harry to weasel away into the royal family. Another wrote, a crown, Meghan. Really? You're in Cali, Meghan. Stay cool, Amanda. Red heart emoji. And so, yeah, this has sparked a lot of kind of backlash with Megxie using the crown insignia on the letter. And quite rightly so, because for someone to turn around and say, oh, the royal family's so evil, it's so evil, no. But then to, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, profit on them and use the royal insignia to, you know, try and level yourself up in society and make yourself more important than you actually are. Yeah, there's a contradiction to that people are going to call you out for. Do you know what I mean? And it's not just normal people, everyday people, you know, that are calling her out on the internet, but her own sister, Samantha Markle, is calling her out. Here she is on Twitter saying, and she's an American citizen. We don't do royalty in America. So the crown is actually ridiculous. And just in my opinion, shows a desperate attempt to elevate herself above normal Americans. After violating the Constitution and using a title to try to interfere in American politics, Archewell working to end this information, which is censorship. I think she has a lot of nerve trying to play both sides of the pond. She's not a royal anymore in the authorised working royal sense. And we don't do royalty in America. I don't see how, in her mind, she thinks she is royal. But oh my goodness, she goes in even further. Zoe Busby says, fab paragraph, and I love the American perspective. Samantha Markle comes in saying, well, I've sort of immersed myself in a new role in that, yeah, I might be her sister, but more than anything, I'm an American, and I really take issue with the abuse of the Constitution using royal titles. It's a big deal. That's why the Constitution prohibits royal titles from interfering in American politics, especially when rogue royals are working to censor free speech in America. Bree Simmons then comes in saying, in my opinion, I think you're onto something that is held by many to be the truth of the matter. Both Meghan and Harry are believed to be working covertly to that end you talk about, interfering with the US Constitution / elections and working their way towards censorship through Actual. And then Samantha responds back saying, well, Harry worked with the Aspen Institute and their goal is to censor free speech. That's no secret or conspiracy theory. And he publicly said our First Amendment is bonkers, as he conveniently uses it to his advantage, though. Yeah, totally. And so this is the thing, right? Samantha Markle is calling out Meghan Markle's latest royal F-up, which is using her royal insignia in the letter that she sent to this podcaster Amanda Hirsch right here. She effed up by doing that because it's making it easy for all of us to point out her hypocrisy once again, which is she's the freaking bed, love. You say the royal family's evil, this, that, and the other, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. You say that the racist, oh no, sorry, unconsciously biased. Yeah, you're more than happy to make money off of them by your association, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. And furthermore, use royal insignia. Come on. Come the frick on. Her doing this is a royal effort because, again, it's opened herself up to be criticised even further. With the legitimate criticism of, dude, you're a freaking royal hypocrite. What the frick you doing? And then now you've got Samantha Markle chiming in on this, saying, it's even more than hypocritical. We don't do royalty in America. Look at our Constitution. Our Constitution is there protecting us against members of the royal family. She's not a royal anymore in the authorised working royal sense. We don't do royalty in America. I don't say how in her mind she thinks she is royal. She's royal in title only. Not in, as far as I'm concerned, the essence of being royal. To me, it's like, how do I put this? She's like a Timu royal. Yeah? A Walmart. Yeah, she's got the royal title, but it means nothing to us. In terms of the real sense of being a royal, she ain't a real royal. As far as we're concerned, anyway. She left the royal family. You leave the royal family, you should leave it all behind then. But no, she has to hang on to that title, doesn't she, guys? Has to hold on to that royal paraphernalia. But her sister, Samantha Markle, is calling her out on it. And whether you like her or not, whether you agree with her or not, whether you trust her or not, in this instance, I'm like snaps for Samantha for calling her out on it. I can't disagree with anything Samantha Markle has said here. I mean, what do you guys think? With that being said, stay tuned for those watching live because I'm not done with you guys yet. We're going to get on to the third and final topic for today's live stream. Meghan Markle gets trolled by Goop and Weight Watchers on Instagram. Let's have a little bit of a laugh, shall we, for the last topic for today's live stream. So those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you yet. But for those watching live or on the replay, both of you guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe, like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you guys think to Samantha Markle's response to Meghan Markle's latest royal F-up? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you yet. But for those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. Okay, and that was the second topic for today's live stream. I'm going to jump into the third topic in a moment. But Jane, thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks. Ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way. Saying, like the Italy footy t-shirt, are they playing? No, they're not. For those that don't know, I'm dual nationality. I am British, but I'm also Italian as well. And I always wear this t-shirt when I'm climbing mountains. I know, it sounds a little bit, what is it? But it's just a thing. I don't know. If I'm climbing a mountain, I'm wearing this t-shirt. So there we go. And for those that don't know, I actually climbed a mountain today. Here I am. I shared it on Twitter earlier on today. In North Yorkshire, Penigent. I did Penigent solo for the first time. And oh my goodness, it was really, really dicey. Like, it was gale force winds up there. It was insane. I was that close to turning back. I really, really was. But I did it in the end. And I've actually filmed some of it and taken some more pictures. And I'm actually debating whether or not to release it as like a little mini vlog on Saturday, tomorrow. Let me know in the live chat if you want to see that. I don't know. You want to see it? It's all part of my training, really, for the cycling sportive that's coming up next week. It's my first ever cycling sportive. It's about 55 kilometres in North Yorkshire. I'm really looking forward to it. But to train, you don't just cycle. You know, you do some cross training as well. So a bit of running, hiking, walking, that kind of thing. And so, yeah. That's that. With that being said, oh my goodness, yeah. So cool. Yes, do it. Okay. Well, Daily T is like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, okay. Mountain climbing Stef. Yep. Looks like I'm going to be releasing a vlog tomorrow. Stay tuned for it, guys. With that being said, let's get on to the final topic for today's live stream. Let's see. Emily Cheatham says, Stef, your video keeps pausing. Not sure if you are aware. It looks like at my end, everything's okay with the connection. I'm looking on YouTube right now, and it looks like it's good. Looks like you're having some internet issues, frames dropping and stuttering. It could be the weather because, like I said, there's been gale force winds, so it could be that. I mean, my connection in terms of all my stats, it looks like it's all right. YouTube is saying excellent connection. My OBS is showing it's all in the green. If anyone's having any issues, maybe just restart the live stream. I don't know. But yeah, it all seems good at my end based on my connection stats. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at it and it all looks good. It's most likely YouTube's problem. Refresh, everyone. Yeah. Because like I said, I'm looking at my stats, my connection stats, and it all looks fine to me. TX KitKat says, just left again and it's better now. There we go. Okay, with that being said, let's crack on with the third and final topic for today's live stream. Meghan Markle gets trolled, and it's a double troll because Goop is teaming up with Weight Watchers on Instagram to troll the hell out of Megsy. Let's have a laugh, shall we? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. I'm filming this for the Daily Nerd Live Friday edition that happens every Friday, 7 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock Eastern. So if you want to catch this live, that's when to do it. But in this third segment, I'm going to be discussing how Meghan Markle gets trolled. It's a double team up by Goop and Weight Watchers on Instagram in their latest. So let's jump into this this and have a little bit of a laugh, shall we? Now, I released this video on the 19th of March. Meghan Markle's brand crumbles as Gwyneth Paltrow unleashes a Goop-powered smackdown for the ages. And so if you haven't watched that video, do so right now. But in the meantime, Missy Lulu at Firefly Sonata responded saying, did you see on Instagram Sarah Ferguson, so the Duchess of York, old sponsor Weight Watchers, is pushing Meghan's show? I don't think Oprah is still a shareholder after the Ozempic controversy. No, she's not. My understanding is she's not. And I go on to, Weight Watchers Instagram, and I'm there thinking, this is interesting. I'm taking this as, firstly, we're going to get on to Goop in a moment because of the new Goop troll. I'm taking this as a little bit of a takedown from Weight Watchers. That Weight Watchers is taking Megsy down a peg or two. That they're trolling at. Why? Let me explain. So Weight Watchers says, Meghan, how did we do? We used applesauce and Greek yogurt to Weight Watchers' eyes her lemon honey cake recipe. So it's made with the same love but fewer points. Click the link in our bio for the full recipe. What recipe from a show were you inspired to make? Blah, 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 blah. So to me, first and foremost, I think Megsy, my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, is getting trolled by Weight Watchers in this Instagram post right here, okay? And it's a subtle troll. Why? Because essentially Weight Watchers is turning around and saying, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, eat Megsy's lemon honey cake, get fat. Eat our version, you don't get that fat. It's like turning around and saying, Megsy's lemon honey cake isn't good enough. It's unhealthy. And so Weight Watchers is coming in to save the day and be like, we know how to make this healthier and better for you guys. Here we go. Here's the amended recipe that you guys should be following instead. Because Megsy's ain't good enough because it's a little bit on the unhealthy side. So let's get that sorted out and let's make a few tweaks to make it more healthy for you guys. Oh my goodness. Now, before we go on even further, MPNG Creed Menace. Hey up, thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks. And again, my favourite. Virgin Doggy Fighting Arts moment. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. Let's see what else you guys are saying before we continue. Scott says, Stef, the title to this live chat is a bit, I could give answer but won't. You're into TV show actors. He was well warned. Rewind to the first segment where I discuss the main topic for today's live stream because you're going to be surprised with my kind of commentary and my opinion on it all. I'm actually defending Prince Hazard. Yeah, rewind to that. So let's get on to the goop of it all, okay? So that's the example of Weight Watchers, as far as I'm concerned, trolling Megsy, turning around and saying, you know what? Your cake is a little bit on the unhealthy side. We're going to make it better. So, when you eat our version, you won't get as fat. Essentially is kind of like the vibe I'm getting. Now, let's get to the goop of it all. Megsy getting trolled also by Goop in a new Instagram post. And so all props to Saint Meghan Markle and Harry. Make sure if you've got a Reddit, you follow them on their Reddit page because it's absolutely amazing what they bring to the table to this whole conversation of Megsy and Hazard. And they say, love the little dig from Tracy Anderson. Listen to this, guys.
Hi, I'm Tracy Anderson. Welcome to my actual kitchen. We have a Tracy Anderson Green Goddess Crunch Goop salad coming to Goop Kitchen for you. We have this beautiful cruciferous quartet full. Hi, I'm Tracy Anderson. Welcome to my actual kitchen.
Welcome to my actual kitchen. No, this is the thing, right? Marie, a vampire girl, is turning around and saying, OMG, Tracy Anderson, Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop making a not-so-subtle dig at Meghan for not filming in her actual kitchen. I wonder. Now, if you remember, I said earlier on that on March the 19th, I released this video of Gwyneth Paltrow unleashing a Goop-powered smackdown for the ages in an interview that she did with Vanity Fair. Now, in it, Gwyneth Paltrow said that she has this view she has this kind of urge, in a way, to defend Megxie, to support Megxie. Yeah, she's got the urge, the view to support Megxie, but she ain't doing that. And she ain't defending her either. Especially ever since that Vanity Fair article came out, they then released this, saying, coming from my actual kitchen. Now, for those that don't know the significance of that, the kitchen that Megxie's in for her series with Love Megan is not her actual kitchen in Montecito. It really isn't. I actually reported on this last year, okay? Daily Mail saying that Megxie's new Netflix show is filmed on a, we'll call that green farm for the YouTube human reviewer, at centre of feud over the intense stench in the Carpinteria neighbourhood. And here is the actual, film permit application, where it shows right down here, okay? Carpinteria, CA9, interior and exterior filming. She won't actually filming in her actual kitchen. And so when you have Goop, Gwyneth Paltrow, Tracy Anderson turning around and being like, welcome as we film in my actual kitchen. Oh, yes, guys, as far as we're concerned, that this is a subtle dig, subtle shade at Megxie, a troll at Megxie for not actually filming in her actual kitchen. It really, really is. And so, yeah, guys, here are a couple more examples of Megxie getting trolled, double trolled by a Goop and Weight Watchers team up on Instagram. The trolling of Megxie continues. It's absolute comedy gold. With that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. But for those watching live or on the replay, on your way out, please make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. And let me know in the comments down below what you think to Goop and Weight Watchers' latest trolls against Megxie on Instagram. What do you guys think to it all? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. But for those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. Okay, and that was the third and final topic for today's live stream. Guys that are watching live, stay exactly where you are, because after this live stream that'll be finishing in about 5 minutes, you will be redirected to my second channel, Political Nerds, where I have a video premiering very shortly. Keir Starmer does not want you to watch this. There's a clip that I'm going to show you in this video that if he had his way, he would get it removed from the face of the earth. He would want that clip deleted. It is embarrassing in so many ways. Promises made, promises definitely broken. Definitely a clip Keir Starmer does not want shared around and going viral. So I'm going to do my bit and help towards, the clip being made viral and going around a little bit. Hopefully anyway, in my small little way that I can. So guys, you guys watching live, stay exactly where you are, because you're going to be watching this shortly on the premiere. You guys are going to be the first to watch it. So stay tuned for that. Stephen Magnus, though, thank you so much for the £5 sugar bucks, my friend. Says, did you know Fergie, the Duchess of York, had an American trademark for Fergie's Farm? Anyone know of Mad Duchess Incorporated, Delaware registered? Huh? Wow. Okay. Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if Fergie registered certain things, tried to trademark certain things, especially in the 90s, you know what I mean, in the early 90s. She seems to have redeemed herself a little bit now in the eyes of the royal family. They are including her more and more. But yeah, back then, she was like the 90s and noughties version of what we've got with Megsy now, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Let's see what else you guys are saying. Beverly Hassel, for the first topic, the main topic for today's live stream, is commenting on that one, saying, agree, none of our business, type of visa he's on, and illicit substance use is all that matters. To me, it is. Through the Looking Glass channel with Alice says, Beverly Hassel, I think Heritage will get that much information for us. We have to be patient. I think they need to go after the State Department. Department of Homeland Security may not have the info based on visa type. My understanding, speaking to John Witherspoon, is that they do have the information. They hold everything in terms of the visa situation. So, I don't know. TX Kit Kat, thank you so much for the $1.99 sugar bucks. Saying thank you for your donation. Well, thank you for your support. I really, really appreciate it, my friend. Let's see. Oh, Saj says that she loves political nerds. Oh, you're gonna love this one. You'll love this one. They're showing a clip that Keir Starmer does not want shared around. Is like, come on. You tell the internet not to do something, it's going to do it like 10 times fold and so much more. You know what I mean? TX Kit Kat says, hey, up Starmer, the US will never be a Commonwealth associate. I know. And everything that he and his Labour cronies have said in the past against President Trump, it's hilarious at this stage to see them kiss ass. It really, really is. Trying to kiss the ring and all that lot. President Trump does not forget. That is for certain. Let's see what else you guys are saying before we finish for the day. Let's see. Flabber27 says, I had to reload the live stream. It's better now. Thank you. Guys, I mean, the first thing you should do for any kind of YouTuber's live stream is that if you're experiencing issues like it sticking or whatever, or pausing, freezing, restart the live stream at your end, come out and come back in. And if that don't work, then generally speaking, it's either an issue with YouTube or an issue with the creators' connection at their side of things. And like I said, you know, I just do this on my own, guys. I don't have anyone else in the background helping me on this. So I'm doing a zillion things at once whilst I'm giving you this live stream and presenting all this information to you. One of the things I'm constantly looking at is the connection health, both on OBS here and YouTube there, and they're both looking great, and they have done all live streams. So, there, yeah. If you ever have any issues when watching a YouTuber live, just restart the live stream at your end first. It may just be that, and it's just easily fixed. Zephyr K9 says, LOL, welcome to my actual kitchen. That's gold. I know, right? Diane Marsh says, love your honesty, Stef. That's why I love your videos. You tell it as it is. Guys, when I feel the need to actually defend the gruesome twosome, I will do. I will do. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean any disrespect to anyone else. Do you know what I mean? I really, really don't. More power to them. Do you know what I mean? We all have freedom of speech to, you know, give our own opinions and our commentary on the situation. And you may agree with me, you may disagree with me, and that's absolutely fine. Everyone's going to agree with me. I'm okay with that. I'm more than fine with that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going to be honest and give you my honest opinion and commentary. So there we go. Here we are. The premiere is about to start, you guys, in less than 2 minutes. Let's see a couple more comments before we go. Sarge is like, oh, that's gold for the third and final story we just went on. I know, right? Totally gold, totally gold. And MPNG Creed Menace, let's leave it with this. Thank you so much for gifting 5 leaderships to some of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say A up to our newest leaders, courtesy of NPNG Creed Menace. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are because you are going to be redirected to this premiere over on my second channel, Political Nerds. So stay where you are. Sonia Patterson, thank you so much for the $2.79 sugar bucks right at the last minute, saying great show, good for you for sharing your view. Well, thank you so much for, being receptive to my view. You may disagree with it, but that's okay. I'm glad that we were able to have a respectful conversation about it, nevertheless. But thank you so much to everyone that tuned into today's live stream or tuned in on the replay. Thanks to everyone that liked this live stream, that commented either in the comment section down below or in the live stream. Thanks to everyone that kept me company right to the end of the live stream. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks to all your sugar bucks, super chat stickers, leader only chats, and for those that jumped into today's gifting wars, I appreciate all your faces. I will see you next this Sunday, 10 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock Eastern for another Daily Nerd Live. There may be a special vlog released tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Appreciate all your faces. Have a lovely weekend, and until the next time, laters.